Hey, what is up, everybody? This is your boy AJ Trip, and welcome to That to Shoot. This is my weekly wrestling show where I talk about what's going on in the world of professional wrestling, and then we do put over and bury, and then we do a main topic. And that hasn't been happening over the past 2 months or so because of what's been going on with COVID-19 and everything like that. I've been, I felt uncomfortable doing the put over and the bury, um, because when you have to bury stuff, you have to critique it with a critical eye and some of the things that they have done and things like that. And it's not, sometimes it doesn't feel right critiquing WWE, NXT, and AEW for what they are doing when it comes down, because these are, the things that they have to do are things that are, unprecedented. So you just feel like critiquing them. That being said, however, with stuff that it is happening, we're not going to be changing back to normal anytime in the near future. Doesn't seem like. Who knows when they'll be putting on shows in front of fans? Who knows when they'll be back on tour? Who knows about anything? So, with that being said, today is going to be an episode where I just do like a topic. Um, so will in next week's episode of the Money in the Bank predictions show. I'll predict Money in the Bank, and then I have a one special one for that one as well for the after one. So these next three episodes 63, 64, and 65, um, will be the episodes I've been done the past couple months. But episode 66, we are actually going to get back into this story, and we're going to talk about things to put over. We're going to talk about things to bury, and then we will do the main topics. Because as you can see, as of this one, I've just been doing the main topics. But episode 66 in 3 weeks, we're going to get back into doing the put over and bury, which is probably the one of the biggest things about that to shoot. That's what you hear. We're talking about trying to recap the week in professional wrestling. So that's what's going to happen in 3 weeks. But as for this week, we have a main topic for you. So let's go ahead. Let's start the show. Let's jump into it. Let's talk about it. So the main topic for this week's episode is why one champion across both shows is the best way to go about it. It really is, and I've hated this for the longest time. I'm not a big fan of the draft. Just multiple shows to begin with. I'm not a fan of it. I think I think there is a way to go about doing having people do certain shows and do different shows and having and without it being like a brand extension or anything like that. There's just and there's this there are ways what you can do where you can have wrestlers don't have to show up on every show every week. This is one thing that one of these shows are proving to you, that the wrestlers doesn't have to be on the show each and every week and even multiple weeks at a time. In particular, the champions. Having Drew on the show, it's and Braun Strowman on the show are it's okay, but it doesn't have to be like that. So what you know and the fact that that there is a WWE champion and a Universal champion, I think it's ridiculous because it does devalue the worth of the titles, and so there should be one champion for each division. There should be one main champion, right? There should be one main champion. There should be the WWE champion. There should be one main women's champion, the WWE women's champion. There should be one WWE tag team champion. There should be one um, there is one. There is one WWE Women's Tag Champion. Um, and there should be and there's one cruiserweight champion. So that's it. Now I have no problem with the Intercontinental Champion and the United States Champion, like being them being two separate things, because I think you want people to go for being a Grand Slam champion. And I also have no problem with maybe one champion being on Raw and one champion being on SmackDown. That's the only thing that I don't have a problem with them splitting up. Those two should never merge. They should never combine together. Now, if you want to do something um, where you would maybe at some point take off the like the 24/7 championship, and then maybe you wanted to turn that into something special, and then maybe you can merge that with the Intercontinental Champion, because that's the one that needs to be merged. Really, it should be the Intercontinental Champion should be the one that's merged into, not the United States Championship should stay. It's the Intercontinental Champion, even though that's the original from WWE. But it's more effective to be the United States Champion and Intercontinental Champion. So that's merged that, and then you can make that into some other type of championship, or a television champion, or some type of other type of championship. You can do that, but there's no reason to there's no reason to keep the 24/7 championship around, especially since Rob Gronkowski now has it, and he's gonna now be going back and playing football. So there really isn't any reason for there to be a champion. But yeah, it just fits a whole lot better. There are better stories. More people in each thing can go after it, right? You know, because wouldn't it be great to have storylines where maybe you don't have where Braun Strowman and the Fiend could be not wrestling for the Universal Championship. I shouldn't even say Braun Strowman and the Fiend. It's Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt. That's what I think it is. I think it's Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt, or and they will be instead of wrestling for the Universal Championship, they will be wrestling for the number one contendership. Who's the next number one contender? You can have those matches, and then you can have Seth and Drew do theirs, and the same thing. You can have you have Tamina and Bayley, wrestling for the women's championship, and you can have somebody else fighting for the number one contendership or something like that on Raw or something like that. Randy Rose and Sonya Deville doing their thing. You can do all of these things in the tag division and everything like that. Right now you got the Raw Tag Team Champions of the Street Profits. They're facing the Viking Raiders. And you got the New Day. They're taking on they got the Forgotten Sons, Mr. Morrison, and the Usos and the Lucha House Party. They're all into it. So you can have these guys fight for to see who will face between the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders. So all of these should be going into that. They should not be trying to have each other championships. And like I said about devaluing the championships, I mean it really is, because if when you think about it, for John Cena to be a 16-time world champion, for Triple H to be a 14-time world champion, Randy Orton 13-time world champion, Edge is an 11-time world champion. All of these people are, all those world championships, right? But in both cases, they each held the WWE and the World Heavyweight Championship. So it kind of if they were champions, if they were those many champions because they just held the WWE Championship, then to be honest with you, that actually might be worse, because that would mean that they were just switching it willy-nilly, and there was really no long title runs. But still, it still doesn't kind of make any sense to have those guys be those many type of championships. And maybe that's one thing that you could think about. Yeah, maybe you're right, because back in the day, if you were there was only at one point there were only two five-time WWE champions. It's Hulk Hogan and Bret Hart, and back like in the late '90s. So, and maybe that's actually the thing. Maybe there shouldn't be, you know, maybe you shouldn't be like 8 and 9 time world, major 9 time, tag team, or well, you can be 9 time tag team champion. You can be, 16. You can be multiple time intercontinental champions, but world champions. Maybe you shouldn't be, you know, you shouldn't be like 10 time WWE champion. You shouldn't be 8 time. Maybe or maybe it should be just like a 6, maybe 7 time world champion or something like that at the most. But the cat's out of the bag right now, and who knows if they're going to put it in, and they aren't going to get rid of the brand extension quickly, especially since you've got it on 2 different channels. You got one on USA and one on Fox, and I guess you get conflicting reports with these, but you get reports that there are people who that you hear reports that both USA and Fox, they want different shows to be different. They want shows, especially like Fox. Fox wants a more sport oriented type of program, and USA will be taking the entertainment type of program or something like that. And then so you hear that, but then you also hear rumors that, well, no, they either one doesn't want a thing because you've got Roman Reigns, the biggest star in the company, on just on one instead of being on both. And it's just, and why is he not on? And why he should be on Raw and SmackDown, and you get things like that. Same thing with like Seth Rollins or Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair. They should be on multiple shows. They shouldn't be. They should be on all the shows. They shouldn't be on just one show. Although I would say that again, if it was something like that, in my world, that wouldn't necessarily be the case anyway, because even though both shows would have the ability to have both rosters, if Roman Reigns was on Raw and he was wrestling on Raw, on Monday, that Friday he wouldn't go. He wouldn't necessarily go to SmackDown and be live. Maybe what they might do like they would show an interview from after Raw or something like that, or anything like that. But he wouldn't show up to SmackDown. In my world, very rarely would the people show up to both shows. Definitely on the go home week, you want all of the things. You want the big matches. So then you would have to go on Raw and on SmackDown. You'd have them maybe reappear, but in my world, that necessarily wouldn't be the case. You would just have maybe just like if Roman appeared on Raw one week, he wouldn't appear on SmackDown that week, and then maybe the next week he wouldn't appear on Raw, but he would appear on SmackDown, and vice versa with all of the people. It would just be maybe 2 or 3, 4, people or 4 acts that would very rarely show up on both shows during the week if it's not a go home week. Um, Especially if it's a part of a storyline, or if it's some type of whatever. But very rarely would that need to be effective, where people would need to be on both shows. However, if you needed it to be, that could happen. And so you wouldn't go ahead and you wouldn't try and do that. So yeah, and that's just for me, and I think that's the best way to go about it. I really do, because I'm really over the whole 2 champions on 2 different shows. I really am. And then especially like when you have something like you had at WrestleMania, where both both matches for the championship were these these just hit 'em up and hit 'em quick type matches. And again, for as good as the Brock Lesnar Goldberg match at WrestleMania 33 was, which I watched that again a few weeks ago, and it was great, and it was tremendous, and it was something like that. It was nine. It was, but it was 9 minutes of hard hitting action. What we got at this year's WrestleMania, it wasn't even. I don't think it was even 9 minutes put together. I think the Goldberg Braun Lesnar match was like about 3 minutes, and then we had about 4 minutes of the Drew McIntyre Brock Lesnar stuff. So that's 7 8 minutes of stuff. So I mean, whatever. And really, and when you think about both, then look at both of the women's champions, Bayley and Becky Lynch. They both have had long reigns. Both have had long reign. Becky's over a year with her reign, and we got Bayley. I think she's probably closing in on 300 days for her championship reign. And but you mean to tell me that there wasn't if there was only one women's champion? You mean to tell me if Bayley and Becky Lynch couldn't have had a great feud over there, where maybe they switch the titles back and forth, or maybe where you know Bayley chased Becky and then Bayley got it, and then Becky had to run back up to try to get the championship back from Bayley, and then could have done that way. But no. So yeah, like I said, I really am kind of out of it when it comes to these both champions and everything like that, dual champions. I really just wish, and and back last year when they were doing the whole wild card rule, Lance Storm had a good idea he put on Twitter. Lance Storm said, "Why don't you just make the champions the wild cards?" And you know what? I would be okay with that too. Merge the champions, the WWE champion, the Intercontinental champion, the United States champion, the women's champion, and the women's tag team champions. Those and the men's tag team champion, right? So those people, they can go from show to show. They can go. They're the ones that can go from show to show. They're the ones that are on both shows. I would be okay with that as well. But as long as you have one friggin' champion, just please do that. Let's stop with the multiple champions. Can we please, Vince, Triple H, please, let's stop. All right, y'all. Put your comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. How do you guys feel about these dual champions? Do you feel like there should be one champion in each division across both shows, or do you think it's okay? You should have a Universal Champion and a WWE Champion. You should have a Raw and a SmackDown Women's Champion. You should have a Raw and a SmackDown Tag Team Champion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. I really want to hear what you guys think. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you go to patreon.com/AJTrip to become a Patreon. 3 tiers. When you get enough Patreons, gonna open it up to where you can decide, or you can vote on what you guys want to see here on YouTube, what you guys want to see me play on Twitch, and what you guys want to see me play, or what you want to hear me talk about on my podcast. So make sure you go to patreon.com/AJTrip to become a Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is your boy, AJ Trip, signing out. And don't forget, I almost forget, so don't you forget. Got 2 more episodes coming up. A predictions episode for Money in the Bank next week. In 2 weeks, another special episodes of just a main topic. But then episode 66, we come back. And we talk, and we don't come back to some normalcy. Put over, bury, and then the main. So you're gonna make sure you want to be here for all of this. You're gonna enjoy it. This is your boy AJ Tripp signing off. As always, be good to each other, y'all. Be careful out there. And I am out.